Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, probably that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Corral under pressure, and down he goes. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Mills. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
If for the defense because they forced a third down, felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On first down, here's Breida. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They go play action. Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Corral going to bootleg it. Sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Corral on 2nd down. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Corral sets up play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Corral looking to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And we'll go with the Bucs as a 7-yard sack, and it's third down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. And Johnson's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact,
there he goes right side. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Corral throwing out wide, complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Corral. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Corral. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Corral. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The 71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have retaken the lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. John Hightower now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, and have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
From the gun, Corral. And Woods has it complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And he'll just get rid of it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Corral. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing, Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Mills now. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. but really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Corral. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills, he'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mills. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Play action, Corral. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Corral. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Corral will throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mills. He's got Jordan complete right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third and short yardage, Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the 1st half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Off play action. Here's Corral. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Then, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mills throw brought in by Austin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mills can't get away, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 125 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Corral going to sneak it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Corral scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mills. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mills to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, running left, it's McCaffrey. 138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they will take a knee here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Colts, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.